Pep Talk UK. Frankie B once again in the cut. Repping the Pep Talk boys, you know, just for this heavy session. I came out to the news that James Chunky Degale has called it a day at the age of 33. And for me, like I said, I think I've only interviewed James Degale once. I've only had the opportunity once before the Badou Jack fight. But I've got to say, for me, you know, I had to do a video on this news because, you know, James Degale is from the same manner as me, Harlesden. You know, I grew up in Northwest London, and where I'm from, not too many champions came out from my block. And the one that did, that won a Olympic gold medal, that won a world title twice, a man that came from the same block as myself, that man was James Degale. And, you know, all praise due to a man that literally had a very prestigious career, you know. All honours domestically he achieved, then on to world honours as well, becoming a world champion twice. You know, this man, not only was he blessed with great talent, ability, but, you know, he represented, for me, where I'm from, a lot of the people. You know, he showed to the young guys up to no good on the block, you know, that there is hope, you know, once you put your head down and focus. And I think he also showed that, you know, through adversity, if you put your head down, you can still come back, you know. And I take that back to when he fought George Groves many moons ago, it seems, and, you know, he lost just narrowly. I think it was a split decision at the time. And literally, at that point, James Degale was in the wilderness. You know, he was fighting in shopping centres. You know, he wasn't on big shows. And what he did is, you know, he said, you know what? Yeah, I've had a setback. I've lost to my fiercest enemy. But, you know, I believe in myself. I'm an Olympic gold medalist. And what did he do? He won a world title. That's what I mean, hard work, dedication. He won a world title. He got on the road. He beat, I think it was Andre Jarrell for a world title. He beat Butte. Literally, this man, he gave those people that have had any setbacks in their lives the right manual, you know, the right way to do things. Knuckle down if you need to rebuild from the bottom, and do that. And he did that as a world champion. And personally for me, you know, I don't speak too much about who my favourite fighters were, but, you know, I had to do this video because, you know, it was one of my favourite fighters. I won't lie to you, you know. I like guys that exercise the sweet science of boxing, you know. Head movement, footwork, you know, combinations. And in his prime, in form, James Degale had all of those things. And I have to salute the brother, you know what I mean? I have to say, you know, from a fellow Harlesden man, from a fellow North Wheezy man, you know, those people that have watched your career, respect exactly what you've done. And you know what? You know, you'll be remembered as, for me, as a great fighter, So, you know, I'd like to large up James Degale. I think fighters that have the skills that James Degale's abilities based on, you know, movement, footwork, etc. When they get older, I mean, if they don't readjust their style, you know, it's very hard to keep fighting at the top level like that. You know, you saw it with David Haye. David Haye, again, one of my favourite fighters, yeah. I'm talking about their style, again, these guys were elusive. They were quick. You know, these guys, they were fleet-footed. And as you get older, those abilities, they seem to disappear. And I think probably the writing was on the wall from the Badu Jack fight, which was a really hard fight. And then obviously down the line, the Truex loss. And then James Degale regained his world title from Truex, but fighting Chris Eubank probably a fight too far. But you know, probably when you look at it, you know, when you see a fighter's performance levels, you know, and let's face it, James Degale had high levels for me at super middleweight. You know, no doubt about it. It is harder to reach those levels, you know, when the injuries, the long, hard camps, they all take toll, you know, on the body, and it is hard. So, you know, I'm happy that you had one last big payday against Chris Eubank Jr. And like I said, the man can bow out, you know, he can bow out like a G. 2 world titles, Olympic gold medalists. I mean, that's a lot of drip. So, James Degale, from the whole hood, from the Pep Talk boys, I'd like to salute the career that you had. Happy retirement. Pep Talk UK. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Large up. James Chunky Degale. Team Chunky.